This is my this is my bag, and that's it. That's the bag for the trip. That's my luggage. I woke up thinking it was a normal day in Hanoi. Turns out I had to leave Vietnam. Essentially, when your current permission to stay in a country, your visa, is about to expire, you often have to physically leave that country and re-enter, usually on the same day or the next, just to get a new entry stamp and reset the clock on your stay. It's a pretty standard procedure for many of us living abroad, particularly here in Southeast Asia. So this sudden border hop was the only way to legally reset my stay in Vietnam while everything gets finalized. Definitely one of the less glamorous but essential parts of this lifestyle. Hey, this is my bag. That's got an umbrella. It's got an umbrella. It's got a battery. Spare battery. And that's it. That's the bag for the trip. My luggage. Okay, bags packed, flight booked. Let's do this. Alright, I'm leaving the apartment, heading out now. Alright, heading out. No mad rush today, thankfully. Just hopped on a local city bus here in Hanoi to get to the airport. Pretty straightforward. The plan is a quick flight over to Bangkok. Even though it's routine, there's still that little hum of anxiety, you know? Just hoping the immigration process on both ends goes smoothly, no unexpected hiccups. About process. Honestly, the weirdest part is the sheer mundanity of it sometimes. So we've now entered the complaining phase of the visa run. I'm at the airport, and the first thing is I got here 3 hours early, which is always recommended standard. I've done it for years since I missed a flight years ago. So now I make sure I do what they recommend. Never enter the airport. That could have taken an extra hour to even town. The adventure continues. I had about 3 hours, not counting the time I had to get to the airport by. Not counting that. We had about 3 free hours in Bangkok, but that's also meaning I've had to come into town, or count that time if I was coming into town. So I didn't want to stay at the airport for the whole time, so I decided to leave the airport, which is fine. That was not a mistake. But I decided to come all the way into town, which takes about an hour on the train. So an hour here and an hour back, I just killed 2 hours of my 3 hours in Bangkok. I should have just found a nice little spot to sit and, have some noodles next to the airport, or tea shop or coffee shop or something. But, it would have been possible. I didn't really try. I was so excited. I'm going to come all the way into Bangkok, so now I've got like an hour to eat and head right back. But yep, that's a normal thing for a visa run. I got the visa, came through, and it's a 3 month. It's very nice. And so I'll be headed back this evening and hopefully be back in my apartment when the day is out. So, great. It's the most disappointing part is when you come to a place like Bangkok, you want to see Bangkok, because you really don't have the chance to do it on a visa run. But there does seem to be a general consensus that from Hanoi, this is the best way to do it. There are other parts of Vietnam where the border is very close. It's a couple of hours, and then you get to the border and hop off the bus and hop back on and come back. I'd like to get rid of this task and get a permanent job. Everyone else I knew would go to the border, walk across, walk right back, hop on the train and come back. And to be fair, they saved money. I spent money doing it, staying in Hong Kong every few months, but couldn't pass up the opportunity to go to Hong Kong and be a Hong Kong kid. At least one evening, you know. You don't get to do a lot, but you're there. I gotta say, for me, a lot of the coolness of travel, and especially in Southeast Asia, is just being there part. So here I am at a food court. My big goof today on today's visa run was to try and go into town and back in the same day. It's just that 3 hours seemed like, oh, so much time. It's not so much time. And that's a rookie mistake. I think I've done this many times. To be honest, the best visa run is one where you just take a couple of days of vacation with it, see the city and enjoy maybe a weekend. One of the big reasons I always try and insist on jobs giving me 2 days off in a row. The best visa runs are the ones you do as part of a vacation, which hopefully will be the way things go in the future. But this happens. This is a regular thing. There and back in a day. And I probably would have enjoyed myself more if I had left the airport here, just outside the airport, and not tried to go all the way into town. Then I want to have the full 3 hours to go explore, and it'll just be an ordinary neighborhood. That's more interesting anyway. Some of the sights are interesting. Alright. Maybe I'll have a few more shots of the airport, ride home on the bus, but that's pretty much it. It's not the crazy adventure excitement that it sounds like. You gotta go to Bangkok. Oh, exciting. No, it's not. You're sitting in airports all day. It's a real snooze. Quick pit stop between flights. Nothing fancy, just grabbing the essentials from the airport convenience store. A cold Singha beer and some cashews. Gotta have some small perk during a long transit day, right? Cheers to bureaucracy. And just like that, we're headed back. New stamp secured in the passport, mission accomplished. It always feels slightly surreal doing a whole international round trip in basically a day, just for paperwork. Okay, so that's it. That's the visa run. Take the mask off now. Oh, can't see. Yeah, so left at 7 this morning. Maybe could have put it off another hour. I'm getting in. I'm guessing, I didn't look at the clock 2 seconds ago, but I'm guessing it's 11 o'clock, 10:30 maybe. Long, full day of doing absolutely nothing. All in transit. And even that would be okay, except it was just, well, the city bus was actually the best part probably. But air travel is horrible. So, yeah, all the worst parts of travel. That's it.